Have you ever been forced into something that you weren't quite prepared for and had to quickly adapt and pivot to be able to adjust to the new situation that you found yourself in? For myself and my family, my day job being an RV transporter for the last 6+ years has quickly dried up with the amount of campers being available to be pulled as a transporter, as a commercial driver. And for about 2 or almost 3 months now, I have not had a load. That is my primary source of income. My dumpster rental business that I talk about here on my channel, that is considered my side hustle. In which case I want it to, in the future, the long-term play is for that to be my main stream of income in the future, but for right now, it's not quite there yet. However, with a major lack of inventory of campers to be pulled to the dealerships, my day job that I would be out on the road for several days a week, most of the week, has quickly dried up to the point where I've had to make some decisions that were pretty tough. My side hustle business being a dumpster rental business owner, which I consider it more of a long-term play, so it's less of a side hustle mentality maybe. But overall, it has been a very challenging experience going through this, where I have had to pivot to put more of my time, my energy into my side hustle, having a dumpster rental business. So I want to share with you some thoughts I've got on this as far as what this has meant for me, what this has done to my mentality, what I have actually done to make this adjustment. So one of the largest differences that I noticed immediately when I stopped being able to pull campers pretty consistently was that I had a whole lot of time on my hands. I was able to adjust and put a lot more time and effort into putting it into the side hustle business, into my dumpster rental business. If you have a whole lot of time, you have a couple options. You either sit and do nothing or distract yourself and do a whole bunch of nonsense that really is not a help to you at all, or you double down and spend that time on things that make you more productive, make you more effective in your business, spend more time brainstorming and putting that time into the side business, these side hustles. So that's essentially what I have done, where I've spent more and more time, as much as possible, with no campers being able to be pulled. I have spent more and more time into my side business, where I'm trying to basically fast track my business and explode the business with putting as much time and energy into it as possible. Another major factor is that with no stream of income coming in from the main day job, I now very quickly have the motivation to start making money in other ways, in as many ways as possible, and bringing that cash flow back into the home, back in to our finances. When you don't have that money coming in, very quickly, if you haven't already, you will someday, you will be very motivated. You will have all the motivation in the world to go out and go get it, to go find that cash wherever it is, whether that's finding new ways to make money, whether that's working on the side hustle that you're doing now currently. For me, that's what I have done with my dumpster rental business. Also, Grubhub, DoorDash, other delivery apps, you name it. Anything I can do to make things work and to be as efficient as possible with my time, as well as bringing in the actual cash flow, that's what I have done. Back when COVID was going on and the same thing happened with campers and things dropped off the map as far as having any loads to actually take, I did the same thing back then. I made a decent amount of money doing those things. It plugged a hole. I was able to pay my bills, and that kept us afloat when we were going through those hard times with no work to speak of. So when you're forced into making your side hustle into your main day job, believe me, you have the proper motivation, at least I do, to make things work, to to have that energy and effort to put it into it, because otherwise there is no cash flow, there is no options. Failure is not an option, and so it has to happen. I have the proper motivation to make things work. I've had to increasingly crank up my innovation in my business to be more creative, to find and seek out new avenues and new ways to acquire new customers, to save money where I can, to speed up the process in general, and to make my whole operation overall more efficient in my side hustle business that has essentially been pushed into being my main job. If it wasn't for my side hustle right now, we would be in a much worse position financially, as basically losing my day job and having to scramble to make other things work. My side hustle that I've been able to crank up to the best degree that I possibly can right now, really sinking my time, my motivation, and then my innovation to be able to expand and build the business in the right ways under a great deal of pressure. Maybe you, whether you have a side business as well already or you're trying to leave your day job, understand these things happen when you are trying to make a pivot and times are tough. Looking back at my dumpster rental business side hustle that I started 2 years ago, I can now see how it has basically saved us from financial ruin, from me going from making a full day job income down to nothing. My dumpster rental business has basically caught us financially, and we're starting and trying to continue to build it higher and higher, being able to be taking profits from my business now. If I could give you some raw truth right now, is that a side hustle is just that. It's on the side. You're doing it when you can. You're doing it around your main job. You're doing it around your main source of income. And it's probably not prepared to be able to take on the full draw or the full demand of a mainstream income. As I've leaned more into my dumpster rental business as a main source of income, it is very apparent that this business is not able and structurally, having a good foundation to be able to support us financially. It is on the side as far as being able to support our family going through this season in life. And so if you are planning on making your dumpster rental business or any other business out there, your side hustle, into your main source of income, understand that it comes with a lot of pressures that you might not be anticipating or planning on. For me, I was not asked if I was okay with my day job basically drying up as far as any work goes. I was forced into making a decision. Well, I either get a completely different job, or I build out the business that I already do have some traction in, with this being a side hustle business, and just leveling up as quickly and as efficiently as possible. I can tell you honestly, this is not the route and the speed and the situation I would have chosen for myself. As a Christian, I do believe I see God's timing working through this whole process over the last 2 years, being able to pave the way for this business to be where it is able to prop us up financially to a certain degree in the meantime, to be able to have that level of income. So for myself personally, I'm trusting in the Lord with His timing and how things have progressed with this business, and I'm also doing what I can, when I can, where I can, how I can, and just not giving up. If you are in the habit of starting side hustles and things fizzling out and you going from one thing to the next, my encouragement to you would be to stop jumping ship every time things look rough. When things are tough, that's when you're able to double down and to fight through it and really persevere through those trials and those situations. That's what I'm doing with my side hustle, that I am rapidly trying to push as quickly as I can to being able to sustain my family, to be able to pay our bills, and for this to become my main source of income quicker than really expected from before. So with all that being said, hopefully you have a great day, guys. Stay safe and God bless.